The cereal boycott controversy, unraveling the greedflation accusations against Kellogg. Have you heard about the big cereal boycott? People are buzzing about Kellogg and some serious accusations of greedflation. It seems Kellogg might be raising prices to boost their profits, and that's not sitting well with many shoppers. This has sparked a movement where folks ditch their favorite cereals to fight back. So let's dive into the video to know exactly what's happening. So here we begin. Since 2022, Kellogg has been running a fun ad campaign with characters like Tony the Tiger and Tuck and Sam. They're encouraging families to shake up their usual dinner choices by suggesting that every now and then, they should have a bowl of cereal instead. One of their ads says, if you're tired of cooking chicken over and over, and the kids are bored of eating it, we've got something you'll want to try. Turn off the stove, open the pantry, and pour your favorite Kellogg cereal for dinner. This idea of having cereal for dinner didn't spark much conversation until nearly 2 years later, on February 21, when Gary Pilnick, the CEO of Kellogg, brought it up again. This time, his suggestion caught more attention, but not just for the novelty. He talked about it as a practical response to the rising food costs. In a CNBC interview, Pilnick pointed out the cereal category has always been quite affordable, and it tends to be a great destination when consumers are under pressure. If you think about the cost of cereal for a family versus what they might otherwise do, that'll be much more affordable. He noted that the average price for a box of cereal in the US is about $3.27 and estimated that a cereal with milk and fruit would cost roughly $1 per serving. His suggestion positioned cereal as a budget-friendly option when many felt the pinch of food inflation. However, his remarks stirred controversy among viewers and the consumer advocates who pointed out that Kellogg's products prices had increased by 17.1% in October compared to the same month the previous year, marking the highest rise among ready-to-eat cereal brands. This revelation did not sit well with the public, especially when a Pew report highlighted that over 90% of Americans are very or somewhat concerned about rising food prices. The backlash has sparked widespread calls for a boycott of Kellogg's products. The dissatisfaction with Kellogg's pricing practices is also raising concerns that other food companies seen as exploiting consumers could face similar backlash. A TikTok user named Girl6234 expressed strong dissatisfaction with Kellogg's pricing tactics in a video that quickly went viral.
Oh, you can't afford a steak dinner? Or just a basic protein, vegetable, and carb for dinner? $8 for a box of cereal and you think you're doing us the favor?
In her video, she stated, "There's no reason for you to jack up your prices the way you did, except to screw us. And you know what? Now we're going to screw you while eating some other brand's cereal." Another TikTok user highlighted ongoing concerns about inflation, criticizing the company's approach to the economic situation. The user said that inflation has continued to rise year over year, and they continue to do nothing about it. First, we were told that we drank too much Starbucks. Then it was stop having so much avocado toast. Now, Kellogg's CEO wants to tell us, oh, you can't afford dinner? That's okay. Just buy Frosted Flakes and you'll be all right. Touch it there, but I will not eat Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. The impact of these videos has sparked the creation of the hashtag LetThemEatCereal and a dedicated website called LetThemEatCereal. The website encourages consumers to boycott Kellogg's products from April 1 to June 30, 2024. It suggests alternatives like buying store brands and making your own cereal and offers resources to help others join the boycott. Boycotting large corporations like Kellogg's is not a simple task, and it's often designed to be difficult. However, it serves as an effective way to bring about change through collective action. During this ongoing high grocery prices, while other goods become cheaper, many American customers are frustrated. According to journalists ensuing and Jeff Steen of The Washington Post, there are several complicated reasons why food prices remain high at supermarkets. These include labor shortages from the pandemic, supply chain issues, droughts, avian flu, and other factors outside government control. Meanwhile, economic experts and everyday Americans are increasingly discussing the concept of greedflation, suggesting that corporate greed is a significant factor influencing high prices. This idea was initially dismissed by mainstream economists and labeled as a conspiracy theory, but has gained more attention recently. For instance, former Federal Reserve Vice Chair Lael Brainard argued in a speech earlier this year that wages weren't the main driver of inflation. Instead, she highlighted the price spiral, where companies significantly raise prices more than their costs increase, suggesting that profit-seeking behaviors contribute to inflation. According to a recent article by The Daily Dot, some customers have noticed Kellogg's cereals selling for as low as 99 cents on supermarket shelves. This price drop was highlighted in a viral TikTok video by user Mark Fezzan, who excitedly noted, "Yo, This is the cheapest I've ever seen cereal be. 99 cent, nah, the protest is working y'all. Keep doing it. Further, Liz Zelnick, the director of the Economic Security and Corporate Power Program at the left-leaning consumer advocacy group Accountable, expressed strong disapproval in an email to MarketWatch. She accused Kellogg's CEO of exploiting a food insecurity crisis to increase company profits, emphasizing that families shouldn't face such dilemmas. Zelnick argues that the real solution isn't for consumers to resort to eating Fruit Loops for every meal. Instead, she believes that Congress should step in and pressure food companies to avoid price hikes, especially when they are still posting near-record profits. A representative from Kellogg confirmed to MarketWatch that the company's last significant price increase was in March 2023. On a recent earnings call, CEO Gary Pilnick mentioned, "We're still working our way through that," suggesting that the effects of the price increase are still being felt within the company. This statement further fuels the ongoing debate around corporate responsibility and price setting in times of economic strain. Kellogg's has not made any official comments regarding CEO Gary Pilnick's interview, nor have they responded to inquiries about the ongoing boycott. The company has been promoting cereal as a dinner option since the summer of 2022, coinciding with inflation rates hitting a 40-year high. On the pricing front, the variety pack of 48 boxes of Kellogg's cereal was listed at $29.26 on Amazon as of Sunday, a significant increase from around $10 in March 2020 based on data from the price tracking website. Notably, the price of this variety pack had reached a peak of $38 in late 2023. A 2023 report highlighted that corporate profiteering is a major driver of rising consumer prices, exacerbated by companies increasing charges while boosting shareholder returns and profits. This trend, they argue, has been more influential than supply chain issues or geopolitical tensions in elevating prices. Similarly, the Groundwork Collaborative, a progressive think tank, found that corporate profits accounted for over half of the inflation observed from April to September 2023. High prices at the checkout line are not an accident, stated Rakeen Mahbud, the chief economist and managing director of policy and research at Groundwork Collaborative. Kellogg's, which operates within a tightly controlled cereal market with minimal competition, typifies this issue, leaving consumers with few alternatives. Robert Reich, a former Secretary of Labor and co-founder of Inequality Media, emphasized this point in an email to MarketWatch, explaining they can get away with overcharging consumers because they have near monopoly power, or so few competitors that they can easily coordinate price increases. Critics have resisted the greedflation theory, like the libertarian Cato Institute, which last month called the idea of profit-driven inflation nonsense with dangerous policy implications. Despite this, a Wall Street Journal report citing Agriculture Department data showed that in 2022, U.S. consumers spent more of their income on food than at any time in the last 30 years. Rakeen Mahbud pointed out that the poorest families, often in areas with limited access to fresh food, are hit hardest by high prices and spend a larger share of their income on groceries. She criticized suggesting that people switch to cereal for dinner while companies like Kellogg profit from high food prices as cruel. Robert Reich commented on how Kellogg CEO Gary Pilnick's remarks reveal a disconnect between corporate executives and the challenges everyday people face. Pilnick, with a base salary of around $600,000 and total compensation nearing $5 million, is unlikely to be resorting to cereal for his meals, implying a stark contrast in lifestyle. Kellogg, among others, faces increasing scrutiny and the threat of boycotts. The activist group LetThemEatCereal has announced plans to target 3 more companies, Nestlé, Coca-Cola, and Exxon, in the coming year. So what do you think of the cereal boycott controversy going on? Comment below and subscribe for more.